Hello, everyone. We're back again. And Walter got a story for us, man.
So on Tuesday morning, I sent a message to Sam. You remember Sam?
Yeah, the guy.
Yeah. So I sent him a message. I'm like, Sam, yo, it's been long. Uh, 2 minutes went by, no response. I guess he was busy, and I sent him another message. I'm like, yo, I'm contacting you now because if you find any job available, let me know.
Mhm.
And I left it alone. So I was on my way to fix my hair with a girl.
Mhm.
So I was like 5 minutes away from my home and some contacted me and it's like, oh, you need a job? I'm like, yeah, I need a job. What kind of job? I said, I'll take anything right now. And he's like, okay, I'll see what I can do. Have you had any teaching job before? I was like, no, but I'll do it though. And he's like, you sure? I'm like, yeah. So he said, okay, give me 5 minutes, I'll contact you back. So I was on the 4th floor in the elevator and he contacted me. He was like, okay, I'll hook you up with I did a demo for a lady, but I'm not interested anymore. So you want to take it? I'm like, yeah, I'll do it. And he's like, okay, just where are you now? I'm like, I'm gonna fix my hair.
Mhm.
So I forgot to tell him that I was gonna braid my hair. So he's like, okay, make sure you get a nice cut. So I'm like, okay. So I just got off the 5th floor. I waited for another elevator to get down because I'm like, okay. He said, go get a nice cut. So
Get a
now,
nice haircut.
so I'm like, okay,
Let me go get that haircut.
let me go get a haircut. So I contacted Antonio. You remember Antonio from Zambia, Angola.
Okay, from Angola.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he connected me with one of these guys around the area and around that neighborhood. So I went. I didn't even ask the guy how much the haircut was. I just went there with my big afro. I need a haircut. And the guy gave me the cut. And I thought it was okay.
Uh-huh.
But I didn't ask him how much it's gonna cost.
Uh-huh.
So once he finished, I'm like, how much is the haircut? He said 170.
170.
170 for a haircut.
Wow. I think it's because maybe he's thinking about if you have the big afro. That's why he charged you like that. Because for me, when I go to my guy,
Yeah.
I pay 50 for cut and shave. But that's like because he moved to a better place, better environment. Before, when I used to go to get cut and shave, it was like 30. 170.
So I was like, when you're alone, fun sometimes you begin to negotiate things.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, so that's the last price. And he's like, yeah, because it's official. The place looks official.
Okay.
They have a tattoo spot, a haircut, and everything. Because I was using a lot of things in my hair, like applying a
A
bunch of.
Chinese guy? Or
No,
black
it's a black guy.
guy? Okay.
It's an African dude.
Okay.
But I realized he really took his time though. But he
Yeah.
was applying a lot of things in my hair, and then yeah.
Shoot your hair.
yeah.
You know, like when women go to the beauty salon, you probably went to the beauty salon, man.
Yeah, and the place was nice, but the price was just too much.
Uh-huh.
I was thinking 170. From there, I was really pissed, but I paid it anyway.
Because
I'm like,
you have a bigger goal. In
I have a
life.
bigger goal, so I left, right? So he said, I contacted Sam in the evening. I'm like, so what is it gonna be? And he's like, you've not done it before, right? I was like, no, but it's gonna be easy. You have your haircut now. I'm like, yeah, everything's good. So he said, okay, I'm gonna send you some demo lessons.
Mhm.
Just practice it. It's gonna be cool. I'm like, okay, cool. So he sent me a demo lesson. So body parts.
Mhm.
I'm like, oh, this looks easy enough.
Uh-huh.
And
You practice it?
I'm like, yo, seriously. It's just a body part, so you don't need. I just look at it.
Yeah,
I
know. But the thing is, you have to teach this.
Oh God. So I looked at the PPT. It was just the shoulder, the head, the toe, and I'm like, oh,
5 minutes, you're done.
that's
right?
easy now.
But you have to do it for half an hour now.
So And then he said, okay, I'm sending you a couple of songs too. The song on the body part.
Yeah.
So I played it one.
You said those.
So I played it one time, like, oh, this looks easy or sound easy now. So I'm like, one time, I'm like, okay. So he said, okay, contact the lady. It's gonna be in the morning, so you just go do the demo. So I contacted the lady in the evening, and I'm like, okay. The lady's like, okay, Sam says you, because Sam, I asked Sam's like, you've not done it before, but I'm gonna tell the lady you have like what 5 years experience, and you know how to do this. So I'm like, okay. So if she asks you, tell her you have 5 years experience working with kids. And the lady says, Sam says you have 5 years. I'm like, yeah. So I met the lady in the morning. The lady's an Asian. So the lady sent me to the school. So we got to the school in the morning, and the lady's like, oh, I forgot to tell you, because it's a demo, the school is bringing the parents of the kids.
Oh no.
Already I'm like,
oh no, you're in the hot seat now.
Yeah, but I'm clueless and oblivious to what's going on.
Yeah, it's the hot seat now.
So I'm like,
she's telling you that you gotta bring your A game.
So I'm thinking to myself, how hard can you be? You know? So we got to the class, and already Sam is like, they're gonna be maybe 6 years old. So I'm thinking, oh, maybe these people have a prior experience too. Yo. So
6 years old, they don't know anything. They're like clueless.
These people are not even 6 years old. They are 3 years old now. So we got to the class with the lady, and I'm like, okay, I brought my laptop out, and the lady's like, oh, just put everything you have on your USB, give it to me, I'm going to plug it to your PC. We have an old PC. So, and then they projected everything to the screen. So every 2 seconds, the cord flickers, so the screen goes dark. So the lady was fidgeting with the cord for like 20 minutes, and I was just standing there, and she got tired and said, okay, no more PPT, just play a song for them. Okay, I got a song. So now, because we can't play it on a loudspeaker,
and you don't know the song by heart,
and and I was supposed to play the song from this PC. Yo, CJ.
Oh, yes.
And the speakers on this PC
yes,
was gone to Yo, CJ. Yo, CJ. And the sound from this speaker, I'm like, yo, the sound from this speaker is just gone. And he's like, okay, so we can play from that PC, but we are not going to be able to see anything. I'm like, okay, cool. So she started playing the song. I can't see, because the one
you can't see, you don't have no action, you don't know what to do.
Because the one Sam sent me, the song has a video, so you can see the action.
You can follow. Now you have to project that.
Now to project, and the ladies, the parents, they are like 8 kids with their parents just sitting there, and some of the kids are not paying attention to nothing.
Yes, so you gotta get their attention.
And the lady just hit the thing, and the thing start playing. The lady said, "Go." And I'm like, listen to. But so to cut everything short, when the song says because it was following, I think, a routine.
Yeah.
So when they say head and shoulders, knees and toes, and then it come back to eye, and my hand was like here, and it said so I was all over the place. So the song says I was touching my nose, and
eyes,
so
ears, mouth, nose. I know this song by heart because I do this thing many times before.
The thing was a mess, CJ. And the parents were just looking at me like that. The thing was a mess. I was like, man, that was a mess, isn't it? And the parents couldn't speak English, so the lady's like, I'm like, what do we do? And then this me, so what do we do? And the lady's like, just do something else. And I'm like, they've heard this song before, and the lady's like, this is the first time. I'm like, this is the first time?
Yeah.
And I'm like, what about you have a song we can try? And she's like, yeah, but
that's not her thing.
We need a PC, and the PC is not working. So, because Sam told me because Sam went to do a demo with them.
Mm.
Sam is like, okay, I went to do a demo, but we did 1, 2, 3, and they know that. But because I went there already, don't do it.
Yeah, because it's like the same thing.
Yeah.
It's like if they say like you guys are doing the same exact thing, and then they're gonna know the same exact.
Yeah. So Sam told me not to do that. So already I have that in my mind. So there's no way I'm gonna do that. Now the only lesson I know is head, shoulder, toes, and knees, and that's the only song I know.
And you didn't really know it.
I didn't really know it because I thought it was going to be simple and easy. I have screen. I'm just going to be following what's on the screen.
Because you didn't ask me though. You could have asked me.
Because that thing was impromptu too. So I got it. I'm like,
Well, anyway, it's good that you went through that experience.
Yeah. So the lady's like, you guys had fun? And they were like, I'm like, say yes, and they were like, yes. I'm like, okay. So I met the lady. I'm like, that was a long day, wasn't it? And they still like, yeah, that was a long day. And the lady was nice. Said, this is your first time, right? Like, yeah, that was my first time. I tried to wing it in, and she was nice, and she's like,
I think she understands.
And she's like,
next time you gotta come hardcore.
And she's like, anytime the parents are there, the kids don't really follow nobody, so don't worry too much about it. I'm like,
yeah,
cool.
She's making you feel good.
Yeah, so I called Sam. I'm like, yo, son, shit, that place was a mess. He said, what happened? I said, yo, I couldn't. The computer wasn't working. I forgot the song and everything. And it's like, oh, you happy? This is your first time, man. So it's cool.
Don't worry about it.
And I'm like,
anyway, the person who, if he hook you up is an agent, they know how to deal with that.
Yeah.
But at least now you have a link with an agent, right?
Yeah, now I have a link. And I told Sam, and Sam like, okay, don't worry. Sam told me you're not gonna get a job anyway. So don't worry about it. I'm gonna talk to the agent for you, and whatever, I'll let you know. So Sam contacted me was it yesterday, and he said, just prepare, but they don't know where the agent is gonna take you next, because the agent didn't really like me, just that I wasn't good enough.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they said the agent really liked you because we talked after hours. I was like, man, that shit was a mess, and I was laughing, and she's like, yeah, you didn't perform really well, but it was okay. At least you had fun, you were laughing. And Sam is like, okay, the lady says, just learn to, because anytime she has something, she doesn't know whether it's going to be kindergarten or.
Yeah, you have to have something prepared for every age group.
I'm like, how am I supposed to do that now, Sam? He said,
just start preparing now.
Sam is like, do demo for kindergarten, elementary, and middle school. I'm like, what's the difference? Yeah, so that was smart. So the people were like, you are, because it was time for lunch. They were like, you want to stay for lunch? I'm like, nah, man, I want to go home. You know, the school was like, the lady was like, someone was telling the school like you, but then the teaching was not up to par.
Yeah.
But they like your
personality.
They like the personality, but the teaching was not.
They're probably willing to work with you, like have you develop.
Yeah.
Once the pay is low enough.
Oh, the pay is low. Some is like Some say the reason why I didn't take it because it was like it's gonna be like the whole day, and it's gonna be like 2,000
for the day.
No.
For the month.
Yeah, 2,000.
So like once a week.
Yeah, once a week.
Once a week, so 4 times 2,000.
Yeah, that's what some say. I'm like, yeah, I'll take it. But I didn't get it. But the lady was like, they like you, but the teaching wasn't fast. So Sam is like, okay, now go learn how to do demo for kindergarten.
But by the way, I thought Sam was working in like
Sam works for international school.
That's what I'm talking about. So I'm wondering where he has the free time. Maybe hustle on the side.
Yeah.
Hard.
Yeah. Because and then he was like, the time he was talking to me, he said, I'm on the train getting home. By the time it was 10.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, yo.
On a hustle. That's like me.
I'm like, Sam, that's crazy.
Like, because like normally what people do when you teach English, right? You have your regular monthly check.
Yeah.
Right? That you do a full time. which is like an 8 to maybe 7, 8 to 6. And then after that, there's always parents that is willing to have a tutor or something. There's also schools on the side if you're working with an agent who needs like those part-time teachers to do a few gigs. So he's probably doing that. So every day he could probably be heading home at 10.
Yeah, it's like, because even yesterday you come there and say, I'm heading home. It's 10. He said, yeah. And your wife's making bank. He told me the banks is making their guys making banks.
You know, like even like for me, like every now and then when I have hustle, like people who want to die and I don't have the time slot, I would just push it to him.
Yeah.
That's what I used to do before, but no, right now, because I'm not even looking, people just ask me, hey James, can you blah 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 blah. I'm like, you know.
Yeah.
So like even like now, like the only most recent thing that I got hooked up with was there's this Exec 101, but then it's online. I know you're not ready for that one yet. Online is a whole different monster. You know, in the classroom with a 6-year-old, oh, you need to keep their attention. When you're online with a 6-year-old,
it's not gonna be fun.
Well, anyway, since you have that problem, I'm gonna show you some stuff that I do.
Yeah, I need to show me that.
I'll show you some tricks. Like I will do a lesson, so you would understand how to do a lesson.
You would have made us a mess.
Don't worry, it's like you never did this shit before.
No.
For me, I do this thing every Tuesday with kids like from the 3-year-old to the 6-year-old. All day Tuesday, just back to back classes. And then like in my on the at night I have the tutoring where I just do them one-on-one. That one is more sit down casual. It's like to the person. But since I have a lot of experience, I can operate on the fly.
Oh, okay.
I don't even prepare lessons for that because one-on-one. I just do it on the fly because I know what to do for them. But for the classroom one with a bunch of monsters, bro, you gotta be ready.
Someone just blame their parents. I'm like, yo, can you tell them to stand up?
You need to have plan A and plan B. And maybe an optional plan C just in case this doesn't work. So like I can just show you like here. This is something for the kindergarten, right? I prepared. Warm up 5 minutes. What am I gonna do? Okay, this hello song. Maybe an introduction where I'm gonna do the vocabulary. And okay, I have like use gestures, mimic the words, raise your hand. It's like I have the details of how I'm going to do it. Even though I have all this experience, I have like it's like I think about what I'm going to do. How am I going to do it? Okay, I'm going to introduce this question. I'm gonna hold up the picture. Okay, then we're gonna play a game. Find the object. That's what you have to have it like.
I didn't have none of this.
Yes.
I just had a PPT.
Well,
head, shoulders, and toes.
That's maybe Sam's style of doing things.
Yeah.
For me, I don't do any PPT for anybody.
Oh, really?
No. But having a PPT is good too.
Okay.
But this is my plan from 0 seconds to the 30 seconds. What am I gonna do? How long I'm gonna do A? How long I'm gonna be doing B? So like this class is 30 minutes. That whole 30 minutes is planned.
Yeah.
From beginning to end. So it's like even when you're teaching the vocabulary with the words, you know, okay, you have 5 vocabulary words. So and you're gonna do that for 5 minutes. So each word is 1 minute. How are you gonna make them repeat this shit for 1 minute?
That's another headache.
That's how you have to think about it. How are you gonna make them repeat it for 1 minute? So it's like a lot of times you play, you know, kids, you're silly, right? They like to make noise, they like to jump.
Yeah.
Think about what a kid wanna do. So it's like you make them pretend like you're telling a secret. It's like and like you're bringing your hand down with the card, the flash card. The lower you go, the lower they need to use their voice. Till the point when the card is face down on the ground, right? And then it's like your mouth is moving, but no sound is coming out, and they get a kick out of that shit. And then you bring it all the way up, and then you shout loud, apple, and then like give them a chance to read.
Oh, so you have to bring the apple out.
You print out the card, the flash card.
Okay.
Because to me, when you do a PPT, you're limited, and they're young.
Oh, okay.
But when you do it, the flashcards, because you can move it, you can wave it, you can get them to interact and to engage. The older kids, like that's like for the kindergartens, you must have flashcards.
Okay.
The mid-level ones, you need like a PPT.
So that
The higher you go, you can go like with more PC
okay.
oriented stuff, more computer oriented stuff. Like the high schoolers, you don't need any flashcard. It's just this PPT, PC, and activities.
Okay.
You know, like the higher they are, like because they feel like a little bit mature, you treat them more mature. But for the low kindergarten kids, these are the hardest ones. And like for someone like you, for a first time to teach them is the hardest one because you got to get them to engage.
Yeah, they were not engaged.
The mid-tier ones is like
The mid-tier is the elementary, right?
Like elementary, they're a little bit more advanced, but
Okay.
they're expecting certain things.
Okay.
They also like, you can use PPT, but inside that PPT, you have to find a way for them to have a little fun.
Oh, okay.
And for the higher levels, like the mid-school, you don't need any fun. It's just all about knowledge and show you're a cool teacher. How you bring that swag is up to you.
Yeah.
Whether it's like with knowledge, whether it's like with your creativity, how you make this class fun and not boring. It's not like you're just learning.
Yeah.
You're just like reading a book. Like Chinese teacher will come, okay, open to page 5, and then they start reading da 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 da. It's like this shit is boring. But how can you make this like interesting and fun at the same time and gather the knowledge? So like for reading lessons, there's always this trick where you like one person read the first sentence, they read it slow.
Okay.
Next person needs to read it faster than the previous person and just keep increasing that stuff until someone mess up.
Okay.
And when that someone mess up, okay, because you messed up and you were slower or you fumbled or you mispronounced a word, then someone in the class maybe create a punishment for him. So them get a kick out of messing up their friend.
Oh, okay. Okay.
That's like the more advanced one because they like touching one another.
Damn.
Picking on one another. You know,
That's
like
a whole lot of screw.
yeah, so it's like you learn, you grow. For me, I've been doing this thing for a while. So
It's
you know,
second
it's
nature.
like I had a lot of like tough days in the beginning.
Yeah.
And then
I thought that thing was gonna be easy though. God, the hoogeries alone. I thought I was gonna be. I got to the. Thank God I'm laughing about it now.
yeah.
Yo, she was crazy though.
That was fun though. I like the fact that how you took it serious from the jump. Was like you went, you get your hair cut.
So I thought I'm like, man, I should have just went to the lady, got my hair braided. I'm like, golly.
But it's okay though.
Yeah.
Like for one thing, like even over here in China, like you having a haircut, parents might respect you a little bit more.
Yeah.
It's like although you messed up, but it looks better.
Yeah.
But if you had your hair braided and you messed up,
That's another
story. You know what comes with that.
Yeah. Yeah.
That kind of black blah blah blah
Yeah.
racist cards start playing there now.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like
Yeah, that was a mess.
you know when you have your hair braided and stuff, yo, you gotta be
on it.
yeah, you gotta be on point.
Yeah.
You gotta be on point because they're already ready to discriminate.
Yeah.
So you cutting your hair is good for you.
Yeah.
If you're gonna stay in this field
You know-
and try this thing out.
You know what Sam told me? Sam was like, there's no way you can mess up because they want the black guy. I was like, that even gave me a confidence. I'm like,
Yeah, yeah, that was good. It's like there's no way you can mess up because like having you brings attention.
Yeah.
It's like a free ad.
Yeah.
A free ad that they use to promote their school.
Yeah.
Where they don't even pay you that ad money.
Yeah. Okay. Makes sense.
You know, so that way you have that advantage. But then after that, because the parents, that's why they brought the parents there too.
Oh, okay.
They were promoting the school at the same time.
Oh, okay.
So it's like they have the class with the kids, the parents are there, the parents will be like, oh, this teacher is awesome, this,
Yeah.
you know, but okay, that didn't work out. You were not ready for it.
They were not ready. I was not ready. I thought it was gonna be like a bunch of kids playing around and we just sing because they sing a song. Like God, But I couldn't remember the song, man. Like,
Yeah, you gotta start learning those stuff. Like I will give you a lot of little things that I
yeah,
use. Like I would just give you the most recent one that I'm doing. My full lesson plan for week 1 to week 8
yeah,
that I do for this semester. Because the ones that I did before, I don't even remember what I did.
yeah.
You know, it's like, and then I keep upgrading things
Every time.
every time as I go forward, and then I start, because it's a new school, I start moving documents around. So
Yeah,
maybe some folders are sort of empty, they don't really have something that detailed. But as you go, you would start developing your own style
yeah.
and your
Now I have to learn how to do demo for.
well, I'll show you how to do one.
Okay.
I'll go through one with you afterwards, and that way you're gonna have a feel for it.
Yeah.
And from there, you're gonna put your own little tweaks in, or you can just copy paste that same thing.
Yeah.
The same, you know.
What a day, though.
You gotta have stories like this, man.
Yeah. The parents were laughing though, but they were laughing at what I was doing. They were like, this guy's not done this before. Because the hand was just going.
Alright, man, let's get it here.
Alright.
Anyway, guys, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. We're gonna have more stories.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing with us. You know how it is. Peace, love.